Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my first declutter of 2022. And I don't have too many to go over today. I have about 6 I'm letting go of, and then 2 that I'm on the fence about that I kind of want to chat with you guys about because I keep going back and forth. But let's go ahead and get into the video. First up is one that I already mentioned that I was letting go of, but I just wanted to put it in this video officially. But I had hauled a couple of Zara fragrances that didn't work out. I had hauled Rose Gourmand and then the Memoir Intense, and Rose Gourmand is gone. That someone already reached out. Actually, several people reached out to me on that one. I guess that one has been sold out. And then I have this one, which is supposed to be a dupe for Lancome's Idole. It's either the original or l'Intense. For me, it's definitely the flanker. This one is more floral to my nose than the original, and one that I didn't care for the flanker. It's pretty, it's just, and it's a very good dupe. It's just one that I let go of. I gave to my mom. It's very clean, very easy to wear. It smells like the original, just not as fruity, and to me more floral. So I am going to be letting go of this one, and then I am going to be letting go of 2 from Kayali. Now, one of them is just because I got the larger bottle, and that is Kayali's Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. I absolutely love this scent. This scent wasn't a this or that for me. I had decluttered my Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One Intense. Not that they smell the same, but I pick up the coconut vanilla jasmine that I like in here, that I liked in the Intense, but without the neroli, without the other notes in there that gave me a headache. And I ended up expanding my Kayali collection, and now all my bottles are in 100 mils. So I'm letting go of that one. And then I am letting go of Kayali's Invite Only Amber 23. And this one I actually didn't talk about in a haul or anything because I don't know what it was. I had gotten the travel of this one, and I wore it a few times in fall, and the times that I wore it, I really enjoyed it. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a larger bottle of it. And it smelled different than, yeah, I don't know what it is with samples, but see, on paper, this smells gorgeous. But on my skin, I think it's a tobacco. And the reason why I say that is because certain fragrances that are considered tobacco, some that I'm going to mention, my nose picks up something dusty about them. Instead of smoky, I don't know if it's the way it's blended or if it's playing with certain notes a certain way, but it comes off dusty and it bothers me. So this is sweet. It's honey. It's very sexy, very warm, spicy. Let me read some of the notes. And the opening to my nose is boozy from like the cherry. I know there isn't a boozy note in here, but a lot of people do pick up like a booziness, and I do feel like it's the cherry that's in here. Yeah, this one has tobacco leaf, sour cherry, honey, chocolate, hazelnut. There's cinnamon, May rose, damask rose. This has a lot of notes. I'm just gonna pop them in here, but everything in here is blended very, very well though. To me, it's more about the accords, but there is something that comes off dusty, and I do think it's the tobacco note that's in here. I just found myself layering this with like lotion and trying to take down that note that kind of bothers me, which is gonna lead me into my next fragrance. But for now, I'm just gonna stick with the little baby bottle that I have, and I am gonna be letting go of this one. Okay, and then next is Michael Kors Super Gorgeous. So I had hauled this one the tail end of summer, and then I put it in my fragrances I'm looking forward to revisiting. This is another one. I think it's a very pretty, kind of classy, floral scent. It's got, you know, again, like a warm spiciness to it. One that I think is beautiful for fall, but the tobacco in here comes off dusty. And it's one that, like Invite Only, I think I would really enjoy the scent if the tobacco smelled different to my nose, but because the tobacco comes off that way, I'm just not crazy about it. But this one, yeah, there is tobacco in the base. And I really do think that's what it is. But it's one that I almost have to layer with something else to kind of take that down. And I don't want fragrances like that. So that's why I'm letting go of this one. And again, that is Michael Kors Super Gorgeous. I am going to be letting go of both of my Hot Coutures by Givenchy. And we have Hot Couture the Eau de Toilette and Hot Couture the Eau de Parfum. And I did prefer the Eau de Toilette. It's more raspberry, more easy to wear. But there is something kind of watery and translucent. I don't know if maybe these have been reformulated. I did have a viewer of mine comment that she's been wearing the Eau de Toilette for years and it did just change like significantly. So while I know sometimes people don't think there's reformulation, it's just that the perfume's been sitting, these don't smell like what a lot of people describe. Like this is very watery to me. This is a very, now the opening is beautiful. The opening is a very beautiful kind of bubbly raspberry. Yeah, I don't know if there's pink pepper, but there's something that tickles my nose in the opening. Raspberry, fruity, and then it kind of just starts to get a little watery and translucent, and then this one falls flat. And then this one has that dustiness that I've been getting. So there is no tobacco note in here, but people say that this to them smells like cigarettes. I don't really get that. It's just, it's dusty. Yeah, this is another one. Now this one reminds me of something that I've smelled before, like an old Avon perfume, and not in a bad way. I used to wear a lot of Avon scents, but that's what this smells like. Kind of like a old Avon fragrance that I can't quite put my nose on or my finger on. But yeah, that's what this one smells like. This one I would say is more interesting of the two, but I enjoy the way this one smells, but they just both kind of fall flat. These are anything that I crave or want to, I look forward to smelling like. I test them out and I revisit them, and then it's not anything that I'm like, oh, I want to wear that again. Yeah, so I am going to be letting go of those. Probably together if I can. And I think that's, yeah, that's it. Oh wait, no, I forgot one. And this is Mon Paris and Intensimo. This is one I keep going back and forth with. This one smells a lot like the original, but more raspberry, sweet, rosy. And I always end up wearing this when I want to decide if I'm going to keep it. And then what happens is I put it on. I enjoy the scent because it has the Mon Paris DNA. But then every time I want to wear Mon Paris, I end up picking up the original. I do love the floral version of it, and ended up decluttering the couture because those two were very similar. It has the Mon Paris DNA, but it's more easy, more wearable daytime. Whereas I find the original to be more nighttime when I like to wear it, because it has that fruity kind of intoxicating wine opening. And every time I want that, like when I'm gonna go out, I end up picking the OG up over this one. And I only wear this one when I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna keep it or not. So I absolutely love this scent. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that every time I want Mon Paris, sorry guys, I know I'm like using my hands a lot. Every time I want Mon Paris, I end up picking up the original. So for that reason, I am going to be letting go of Mon Paris and Intensimo. Okay, so the next two are fragrances that I'm on the fence about. I keep going back and forth about them, but they're up on my chopping block. So the first one is Van Cleef and Arpels Bois Doré. This is pretty. I enjoy this, but this is another one that I enjoy in the opening, and then there's not much else going on. And this has a lot of notes that I felt like a lot was gonna be going on, but this to me is a vanilla scent. It's a little bit more interesting than Orchidée Vanille. That one to me is a little more boozy and kind of makes me nauseous. I don't know if that one has bourbon vanilla, but there are certain vanillas that lean a certain way that kind of make me a little nauseous. and that's one of them. This one is a little bit more of the vanilla I like, which tends to be Madagascar vanilla or like just vanilla. They don't really have like vanilla absolute or bourbon vanilla. This one has vanilla, almond, tobacco, cedar, tonka bean, teak wood, musk. So at the top there's like mineral notes and black pepper. I don't really get the black pepper. Like, this isn't spicy to my nose, which is what I was hoping for. I think I'm just looking for a spicy vanilla, and I just haven't found it. This to me is a vanilla scent. I don't get too much almond. I don't really get tobacco. Like, this doesn't come off dusty like some other tobacco scents that I've been picking up. I had picked this one up summer of last year, so I didn't really wear it until recently. I had put it in my fragrances I'm looking forward to wearing and revisiting in fall, and I had been wanting to get into more tobacco scents, as you can tell by some of the fragrances that I've picked up, in hopes of getting like a smokiness or kind of like a sweet tobacco. And maybe that's what this is more of a sweet tobacco, because this to me is just a sweet vanilla scent. I don't really get a nuttiness from this. I don't really get like a spiciness from the pepper. It's just a very kind of vanilla scent. There's not anything kind of amber to me, warm spicy. I don't know, it just kind of falls flat. It's very pretty in the opening, but it just kind of gets boring after a little while. So, but see, on this card, I pick up more. So I don't know if it's just my skin. So I keep going back and forth with this one. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys get? Do you guys find this one sexy, beautiful? I mean, with all the notes that are in here, I guess I was expecting something a little more interesting. Now this next one, I'm really on the fence about. I crave this scent, then I find it too much. I just keep going back and forth. Honestly, I'm probably gonna keep it, but that is La Belle Le Parfum by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And if you guys watch my videos, you know that I prefer the original, but I do like this one. It's just this one sometimes gets to be too much. I'm probably gonna wear this one tonight. Oh yeah. See, I love it when I spray it, but it just gets cloying to me after the like 2 or 3 hour mark. This is definitely more sweeter. It's more rich, deep, kind of sexy, cherry, but it gets really sweet. So you guys know that I prefer the original, but Dennis finds the original cologne, and he actually likes this one. But what I find myself doing is I'll wear this one, and again, I'll enjoy the opening. I actually crave this one. Like, sometimes I want to wear this one. I mean, I do wear it. It's pretty much halfway at the waist this way. Can't really see it from this end. It's like right about here. But after the 2 or 3 hour mark, I find myself layering something on top of it because it gets too sweet for me. So I'll put this on and I'll enjoy that kind of dark cherry sweet opening. But then as it keeps going and it kind of gets a little bit too much for me, I'll pick up my Navitus Absolutio and I'll pop that one on top of it. I've been finding myself doing that every time I wear this, the last like 3 different times I've worn it. I enjoy the opening, and then I don't know if I just get bored of it or what, or if it just, again, it's too much, and then I'll put that on to kind of ground it. I know that probably sounds like a lot, but there's just more going on in that fragrance that kind of takes down the overly syrupy sweetness of this one. I do find myself wanting this scent, but then I end up layering it after the 2-3 hour mark. And not that that's a bad thing. I enjoy layering it. I enjoy layering perfumes. I just don't want a perfume that needs to be layered. But again, I do enjoy this one in the opening. I do kind of look for that opening. And then I don't know. I think it just gets a little too much for me, a little too boring. But let me know what you guys think. They have a new flanker coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I saw it in one of my fragrance groups. Look at that bottle. That is one I definitely want to, I'll probably blind buy that one if I'm being completely honest. And it's called La Belle Fleur Terrible. It looks like terrible, but it's French probably, and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's La Belle Fleur, and then it's Terblis. I don't know. But that blue bottle spoke to me. I'm a sucker for packaging. So yeah, guys, that is my first declutter of 2022. It's not that bad. I let go of 6. 2 I'm on the fence about, but I'm sure 1 or both will leave. And yeah, that will do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below, what are some of your first declutters of the year? I know some people don't like decluttering. I have a large collection, so if there's something that I just don't like because I do blind buy a lot, then I'm not going to keep it. So that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.